This part of the video is a very interesting section because we are going to look at the learners in the Nptel certification for the last so many years. The different varieties of learners we have, the categories of recognition we have in Nptel. I would really like to highlight that, and this is a section that at the Nptel office at least we get very excited and enthused and motivated to do more by seeing how learners are adapting and adopting Nptel courses for furthering their goals. So, we have been offering courses since 2014, and we found that there were many learners who started doing multiple courses with us. It is not like they did 1 or 2 courses and said, it's enough with Nptel, but people came back for repeat offerings, and there are people who have done more than 40 or 50 courses with us and so on. So, this is the kind of data that I want to show in the coming slides. We hope this will also be a motivation for learners. When you see other learners do multiple courses and through the various categories that we have recognition, and to say that I also want to be a part of that category and kind of learn and benefit from Nptel. So, when we started seeing the kind of courses that learners are doing and how many courses they are doing, we came up with 7 categories of stars that we have been having for the last 3 years currently. Okay. So, let me just describe these briefly for now. So, we have something called Nptel Domain Scholars, we have Nptel Superstars, we have Nptel Evangelists, Nptel Motivated Learners, Nptel Enthusiasts, Nptel Discipline Stars, and Nptel Believers. And you can see that the numbers are not in the tens or the hundreds, but they are in the thousands in each of these, right? So, this is the number of star learners. I'll talk more about the categories in the coming slides, but just looking at the numbers, right, you can see that the growth of numbers in every category has been quite good over the last 3 or 4 years. So, Nptel Domain Scholars, there were only 8 in 2019, but now you can see every semester we are getting about 130 to 140 domain scholars. Same thing, the Superstars has been around 50 every semester. Discipline Stars has doubled it. It was like 600, 500 and so on the last 2 or 3 semesters, but this semester we have gone on to about 1,000 that is here. So, looks like people are also recognizing that there are these categories where they can actually shine and be a part of, and they are working towards it to become an Nptel star. So, the first part, let's talk about domain certification. Okay. So, when we started seeing how learners study, we saw that they were doing Nptel courses, multiple Nptel courses, but when we put all the courses together, we were not getting any area of expertise. So, though they would have maybe 6 certificates and so on from Nptel, it was not all belonging to an area, it was very scattered. So, we said why not guide the learners a bit more and tell them that these set of courses actually belong to this subdomain, these set of courses belong to subdomain. Let us define the courses for them, and if they complete that set of courses, then we give them a separate certificate. So, that is how domains were born. So, domain helps to prepare for higher education because people who complete it get an expertise in an area. So, we are hoping that there will be better career prospects, or when they go in for master's interviews, master's education, PhD education interviews, they will do much better in that. So, how do you do a domain? There is a set of core courses in every domain, and then there are set of elective courses in a domain. So, you have to go and first do the core courses, and once you complete it, you do the elective courses that are defined there. Though the pass mark for an Nptel course is only 40 out of 100, for a domain, the average mark that you have to take across all courses in the domain is more than 60, and in every course you have to have at least 55 and above. So, we up the criteria a bit more if you are to become a domain scholar, and we suggest that the time period to finish a domain is about 3 years, so 6 semesters. So, typically every domain has about 5 to 7 courses that you have to complete. So, even if you do 1 course semester, it is much easier for you to complete the domain in 3 years. So, we are saying that the courses are to be completed in 3 years. So, that is something that is there, and as a guideline we are saying maybe as students come into college, if they start from their second year, over second year, third year and even fourth year, they can possibly finish the domain itself. So, you can see the kind of domains we have defined in the various disciplines of engineering. This is just a sample. There is much more details available on the website under our sub-site called domains. In computer science, we have the artificial intelligence domain, data science domain, programming domain, the foundations of computing systems domain. In civil, you can see a construction materials technology, structural analysis, structural design, environment. Electrical, we have VLSI design, communication, signal processing, and so it goes. Here are more details that we have given here. All the domains that we have so far are listed here. You can see we have domains in aerospace engineering, biotechnology, bioscience, chemical engineering, humanities. There is also a very interesting domain in the faculty, specifically designed for faculty members in colleges. So, we call it fundamental and advanced, and this basically has a lot of courses that are related to the NAC and NBA ratings and the effective teaching practices, about patents, about the university system and so on. So, there are a lot of courses that are designed around what would be relevant for faculty in colleges to take, and we see many faculty actually doing these domains as part of their Nptel learning that is there. Then management, you see that there are many domains such as marketing, operations, patents and IP, economics and so on. Mathematics, we have one, and then you have the bigger departments. So, this is a sample domain certificate. You can see that there are more details in the domain as compared to an Nptel certificate. It has of course your photo, your name, it will give the name of the domain that you have completed, but we also list the courses that you have taken as part of the domain along with the QR code to verify each and every course as that you have taken as part of the domain. So, many times we get questions on should I apply for a domain, should I inform you that I am doing a domain or something from the learners. There is no such separate registration for a domain. As you complete courses at the end of every semester, we run our scripts to find out whether anybody has satisfied all the courses of every single domain, and we also inform you saying that you have completed a domain. So, in fact, many times at the beginning of every semester, we run this for all the learners, and maybe learners who have done 2 or 3 courses in a domain, but they are not aware that it is part of a domain. We also inform them saying, hey, you have done these 3 courses, it is part of this domain, why don't you complete the other courses and get a domain certificate. So, there is no separate registration from your side or cost for this. It is just something that we run, we aggregate and put all the courses together and see whether you have completed a domain from our side. And very interesting stats on people completing domains. Normally the Nptel courses are not easy. They are technically rigorous, there is a lot of problem solving, they are very deep, there is a lot of detailing that goes into the courses and so on. So, we did not really expect that so many people would complete so many domains. So, it is very heartening and motivating to see this kind of data. So, one domain completed a 572 learners so far. 2 domains, 32 learners have completed, but then the next part is there are 4 people who have completed 3 domains and 1 person who has completed 4 Nptel domains so far. This is the data as of June 2023. So, it is really nice to see this, and I think this should motivate so many others to take up domain certification. These are the domains that have been completed. We are just giving you the timeline over which the domains have been completed. The highlight in yellow, as you can see, the maximum number of domain completions have happened in data science and the programming domains, which are the job securing domains at some level. You can see if you complete this, you will be really technically strong when you go in for interviews in these areas. 101 are faculty members who have completed the faculty advanced domain that is there, and the next popular one seem to be marketing and patent and intellectual property rights. So, that is something that again a lot of faculty and other people are doing as domains. And if you want to know who the learners are who have completed the 4 and 3 domains so far, it is a student, and 4 of them are faculty members from various colleges across the country that have completed. The domain details are also given here. Typically, how many semesters do learners take to complete a domain? What we have seen from our experience is that people normally plan for about 3 or 4 semesters. So, like I said, most domains have about 5 to 7 courses. So, if you are doing 1 course a semester and you want to go slow, you want to do it well, that is one way to do it, so that in about 6 semesters you can actually finish a domain. Some of them also manage to do 2 courses or 3 courses in a semester. That is why you can see that 46 of them have finished domains in 2 semesters. 2 of them have gone really aggressive. The first row, right, number of semesters 1 where they finished a domain. These people have just taken all courses in one single semester and cleared it and gotten a domain. That is going to be really stressful. I'm not sure we would recommend it. But if you see the 3 semester, 4 semester numbers, 141, 228 and 143 people doing it. I think that is a very reasonable way of doing a domain. So you can plan for it from your second year of college and kind of complete a domain in your second, third, fourth year of college if you are in engineering. So that should be a very comfortable way of actually completing a domain.